The Unstoppable. A blockbuster film, a streaming debut, turning producer, marriage, kids and holidays every 2 months. Is there anything Kareena Kapoor Khan can't do? The teaser of Crew featured Tabu and Kareena Kapoor Khan as two flight attendants in the galley of an aircraft. Kareena is dabbing on some makeup, and Tabu teases her, "It's foundation, not a time machine." Kareena responds by mimicking Tabu like a petulant child. The laugh-out-loud moment will go down in history as one of Kareena's finest scenes ever, right up there with her geek mouthing, main apney favorite Hoon, in Imtiaz Ali's iconic 2007 romance Jab We Met. Of course, her impeccable comic timing is commendable, but the literary device of dramatic irony is unmissable here. This scene is perhaps as far from who Kareena is as an actor or a woman today. At 43, she embarked on 2 films sans makeup. The first is her streaming debut, Sujoy Ghosh's Murder, How Done It, John Ayan 2023 for Netflix. The second is The Buckingham Murders, also a thriller loosely inspired by Kate Winslet's Mare of Easttown series, 2021. The Hansal meta film, which did the rounds of festivals last year and is due for a theatrical release in India this September, marks her debut as producer. Her last release, Crew 2024, on the other hand, is a frolicking funfest, a heist film with an all-female star cast. Kareena stars alongside Tabu and Kriti Sanon. All 3 actors are known for their immense beauty as well as acting chops. Sanon picked up her first national award last year. The film, produced by Anil Kapoor Film and Communication (AKFC) Network and Balaji Motion Pictures, is a comedy that sees 3 flight attendants turn unwitting con artists. AKFC Network is helmed by father-daughter duo Anil and Rhea Kapoor, and Balaji by mother-daughter duo Shobha and Ekta Kapoor. At the time of publishing this story, Crew had crossed the 150 rupees crore mark in worldwide box office collections. It is only the 7th Hindi film, and the only female-fronted film, to have made it to the 100 rupees crore club this year. I am meeting Kareena at one of the Bandra apartments she shares with her husband, actor Saif Ali Khan. The two own multiple apartments in this building, along with a tasteful duplex home. They have just moved into another beautiful home, spread over 3 stories, in a building down the road. It also has a terrace with a swimming pool, but the actor couple guards their private spaces fiercely. This one serves as their office, and there is no chance of having any privacy with the star. Her entourage is about us, comprising her manager and mighty efficient go-to girl Naina Sani, her stylist, her hair and makeup team and various assistants. We are also shooting the cover for this issue, and I end up spending most of the day with Kareena. Her younger son, Jahangir, 3, has just returned from playschool and is trading lunch for a lollipop, even as he sits on his mum's lap for cuddles while she does her hair. Like in her films, Kareena is effortless in person, too. She manages everything with a smile and a quip, making a top-notch career, without a break in between for marriage or kids. Seem like a day at Hyde Park, London is among her favorite holiday spots. I would like to say I know a few successful women who have balanced work and family with such ease, but, hand on heart, I don't. Kareena Kapoor Khan is that rare bird, that woman who, unusually, does have it all. 24 years as a leading lady, little did Kareena know as a young 20-year-old debutante, she made her debut with Abhishek Bachchan in 2000 with J.P. Dutta's Refugee, that her career would be this long and this thriving. I have to agree it is a rarity in this industry, she admits. Today I don't feel any less than my male counterparts. When female actors took a gap in their careers for marriage or maternity, Kareena never went anywhere. What does comeback mean? Male stars don't have comebacks, why do only female stars do? I am married and have 2 children, but so do a lot of male actors in the industry, she says. Kareena has acted in nearly 70 films in 24 years. In some years, she has had 5 to 6 releases in 12 months. That is because when I started out I had this need and this greed to be in every film, she says. We just did a lot of films in one go. By the time I turned 35, this began to taper out. Then I only wanted to do what I wanted to do. I began to give my marriage more time, and I chose to have children, too. Now I am happy with 2 films a year and a holiday every 2 months. What does she attribute this longevity to? Surely her mother Babita, a well-regarded actor in her time, and her sister Charisma, who had been a numero uno actor for well over a decade in the 1990s, held great influence. Yes, but I have always believed in being as real to my audience as I can be. I take stardom very lightly. I have just seen too many people come and go. I am equally serious about my success and failure, she says. Acting is my passion and I just want to keep working. When you see me on screen, you need to know that I am enjoying doing this. What a year she has had, I tell her. In just a span of 12 months, she has had 3 releases and will release another potential blockbuster movie, Rohit Shetty's Cop Universe franchise Singham Again. Now this is superstar status. I ask her if she prefers to be called Kareena G or Bebo G, after her famous nickname. Not allowing G, my audience has to connect with me, she insists. Kareena tells me she is excited and happy the audience received Crew the way they made it. When I read the script, I told Rhea this film has blockbuster potential. I knew it would smash the box office, she says. When we were shooting, I knew it was going to be huge. I have done so many films. By day 2, I know exactly how this film is going to pan out. All of us knew we wanted to give our best to each shot here. She says she especially loved her character Jasmine Coley. Who doesn't love a gold digger with a heart of gold? She says, smiling. Or, as you have called her, Hustle Rani, that's a compliment. It's 2024, you have to make things happen for yourself, Rhea says. The first person she cast for Crew was Kareena. The intention was to make a fun film about 3 unlike con artists. It just so happens they happen to be women, she says. When this film was being written and when I heard the first dialogues, it was clear to me only Kareena could play this role. I don't know what I would have done if she had said no to this part. John Ayan holds an equally special place in the actor's heart. Kareena says she moved the needle a little with this one. Starring along with Jaideep Alawat and Vijay Varma, Kareena slipped into a role that was completely driven by the character. With Art, people are watching you from their bedrooms, so it is much more up close. I knew I wanted my Netflix debut to be special, she says. Sujoy Ghosh, director, and I had wanted to work together for a decade. One knew I wanted to be in this film. Ghosh agrees. I had gone to her with so many things, and every time she wouldn't like something she would throw me out, he says, half joking. But it has to be like that, we are both serving a film. This is a project both of us believed in. Ghosh says Kareena was his Maya D'Souza right from the start. I saw the character in her, he says. She has certain qualities like Maya. She is a working mom who juggles everything and keeps harmony and balance. Kareena was pitch perfect. Yes, she is a star, but I needed an actress. And Kareena is a tremendous actress. I had a hunch of what she could do, but what she brought to the table was just mind-blowing. One of Kareena's greatest strengths has been how she has balanced her glamorous roles with more serious ones, as it were. My acting was always outshone by Apu or Geet, she says, of perhaps her most famous characters in mainstream films, Karan Johar's Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum 2001 and Jab We Met. The actor in me has never been taken seriously. I feel people are discovering me as an artiste now. At nearly 44, I can also give a huge blockbuster. And there is a lot more where that comes from. Ghosh says he had approached Kareena first and then the other two. Jaideep and Vijay were over the moon, and sometimes the fanboy in them would come out, too, he says, smiling. But honestly, they all brought their A-game to acting. Kareena plays it like everyone else is a better actor, but she is an effing ace of an actor, she is just too good. Both Sridevi and Madhuri Dixit were consummate actors, known for romance as well as drama, but they also excelled at comedy. Charisma had a dream run with comedy in her booming David Dewan phase. Kareena's funny bone is evident in Crew. Was an out-and-out comedy role tough? I like comedy. But like a dal or a chicken curry, you have to cook the lines really well. It is easier to make an audience cry, but not laugh, she says. Most of the characters I choose embody a human spirit, so, who is closer to her personality, Jasmine or Geet? Right now, it's Hustle Rani, Alia Bhatt, both of whom charge 15 crore rupees a film. There are just 2 female actors who are in the 10 crore rupees to 15 crore rupees bracket. Kareena is one of them. Whatever you say is right, says Kareena, laughing. If it is a big commercial film, then your figures are one less. But I am very clear that I don't choose films for money. I will do a film for much less if I like the role. Coming up is one of her famous big-ticket extravaganzas. She pairs up with Devgan as his missus for the 3rd of the Singham series, and this will be her 9th film with him. I am really fortunate to have worked so often with Ajay, she says. I have known him even before we started working, as he has worked with my sister, too. He is such a solid actor, plus one who I am actually friends with. Working with him is a riot as we have so much fun. I have great admiration for his understanding of cinema. Singham again also stars Deepika Padukone, Ranveer Singh, Tiger Shroff and Arjun Kapoor. How did they get any work done with an ensemble like that? Arjun didn't let us work. He is such a good friend, it is hard to focus when he is around. But this film is going to be the Indian Avengers, you just watch, she says, smiling. Devgan is all praise for her, too. Kareena has been a part of some very important films in my career. Omkara 2006 and The Golmaal Returns 2008 and Singham Returns 2014 franchises, he says. What I have grown.
What is the meaning of GALLEY?
The word galley has several meanings depending on the context. 1. Ship's kitchen. In maritime terms, a galley refers to the kitchen on a ship or aircraft. It's where food is prepared and stored. 2. Ancient ship. Historically, a galley was a type of ship that was propelled mainly by rowing. These ships were used in ancient and medieval times, particularly in the Mediterranean Sea. Galleys were often long, narrow, and fast, used for both warfare and trade. 3. Printing term. In the publishing world, a galley or galley proof refers to a preliminary version of a printed document or book. It's usually an unformatted proof used to check for errors before the final printing. Each of these meanings is distinct, so the correct interpretation depends on the context in which the word is used.
What is the meaning of dabbing on? DABBING on.
Dabbing on typically refers to the act of dabbing, which is a popular dance move that became a trend in the mid-2010s. The move involves dropping your head into the crook of one arm while raising the opposite arm out straight in the air. It's often used as a celebratory gesture or a playful way of showing confidence or style. In slang, dabbing on someone can mean showing off, celebrating a victory, or playfully asserting dominance over someone in a lighthearted way. For example, if someone wins a game or accomplishes something, they might say they're dabbing on their opponents as a way of expressing their success. The phrase dabbing on can vary slightly in meaning depending on the context, but it generally has a positive, celebratory, or playful connotation.
What is the meaning of petulant? PETULANT.
Petulant describes someone who is easily irritated or annoyed, often over something small or trivial. A petulant person might behave in a childish or sulky way, expressing impatience or frustration with little provocation. For example, if someone pouts or snaps at others because they didn't get their way, they might be described as petulant.
A Kareena is dabbing on some makeup. What does it mean?
When someone says, Kareena is dabbing on some makeup, it means she is applying makeup in a light, tapping motion. Dabbing in this context refers to gently pressing or patting makeup onto the skin, usually with a sponge, brush, or fingertips, to blend it in and create a smooth finish. This technique is often used to apply foundation, concealer, or other products to achieve a more natural look.
What is impeccable? IMPECCABLE.
Impeccable means something that is flawless or perfect, with no faults or errors. It describes something of the highest quality, whether it's behavior, work style, or any other characteristic. For example, if someone has impeccable manners, it means their manners are excellent and without any mistakes.
Her impeccable comic timing.
The phrase, her impeccable comic timing, means that she has perfect or flawless timing when delivering jokes or humorous lines. In comedy, timing is crucial for making jokes land effectively, and if someone has impeccable comic timing, it means they know exactly when to deliver a punchline or humorous moment for maximum effect. It's a high compliment, indicating that her sense of timing enhances her comedy in a way that makes it particularly funny and impactful.
Give me three more examples. How can I use impeccable?
It seems like you might be referring to impeccable instead of impactable. Here are three more examples of how you can use impeccable. 1. Her impeccable style always turns heads at every event she attends. This means her fashion sense is flawless and always admired. 2. The chef's attention to detail resulted in an impeccable presentation of every dish. This implies that the way the dishes were presented was perfect and without any flaws. 3. He has an impeccable work ethic, always meeting deadlines and producing high-quality results. This indicates that his dedication to work is flawless and admirable. If you were thinking of a different word, feel free to let me know.
At 43, she embarked on two films, Sans Makeup. SANS, Sans. What does it mean by Sans?
The word sans is a French term that means without. In English, it is often used to indicate the absence of something. So, in the sentence, at 43, she embarked on 2 films sans makeup, it means that she participated in 2 films without wearing any makeup. The use of sans here emphasizes that she chose to appear naturally without the usual cosmetic enhancements.
What is the meaning of rollicking? ROLLICKING.
The word you're referring to is likely rollicking. Rollicking describes something that is lively, spirited, and full of fun. It can be used to describe an event, activity, or even a person's behavior that is energetic and joyous. For example, a rollicking good time would be a very fun and lively experience. The word often conveys a sense of carefree, exuberant enjoyment.
What is the meaning of frolicking? FROLICKING.
The word you're referring to is likely frolicking. Frolicking means playing or moving about in a lively, cheerful, and carefree way. It often describes lighthearted and playful activity, especially in a natural or outdoor setting. For example, children might be seen frolicking in a park, running around and enjoying themselves without a care in the world.
What is the meaning of heist? HEIST. When I say a heist film, what does it mean?
A heist refers to a theft or robbery, typically one that is carefully planned and executed, often involving a large sum of money, valuable items, or a high stakes target. When you say a heist film, it means a movie that centers around such a theft or robbery. These films usually focus on the planning, execution, and aftermath of the heist, often involving a group of criminals working together to pull off the job. Examples of popular heist films include Ocean's 11 and The Italian Job.
What is the meaning of helmed by? HELMEDBY.
Helmed by refers to someone leading or directing a project, especially in the context of films, television shows, or other creative endeavors. When you say a movie is helmed by a particular director, it means that the director was in charge of the film, overseeing its production and creative direction. For example, the movie was helmed by Steven Spielberg means that Steven Spielberg directed or led the making of the film.
How can I use this word in historical term?
In historical terms, helmed by can be used to describe someone leading or directing an important event, movement, or period. Here are a few examples. 1. The civil rights movement in the United States was helmed by leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. This indicates that Martin Luther King Jr. played a central role in leading the movement. 2. The expedition to the New World was helmed by Christopher Columbus. This means that Christopher Columbus led the journey to the New World. 3. The unification of Germany was helmed by Otto von Bismarck. This suggests that Otto von Bismarck directed or led the efforts to unify Germany. Using helmed by in historical contexts emphasizes the leadership and direction provided by key figures in significant events or movements.
But the actor couple guards their private space fiercely. FIERCELY. So, what does it mean?
The phrase guards their private space fiercely means that the actor couple is very protective of their personal lives and makes a strong effort to keep their private matters out of the public eye. They likely avoid sharing too much about their personal life, relationships, or family in the media or with others. This could involve maintaining boundaries with the press, avoiding public appearances together, or being selective about what they share on social media. Essentially, they are committed to keeping their private life separate from their public life.
What is the meaning of cuddle? CUDDLE.
Cuddle means to hold someone close in your arms, typically as a way of showing affection, comfort, or warmth. It often involves snuggling or hugging someone, usually in a gentle and caring manner. People often cuddle with loved ones, pets, or even pillows or blankets to feel cozy and secure. It's a way of physically connecting with someone in a comforting and affectionate way.
Give some examples.
Sure. Here are a few examples of how you can use the word cuddle. 1. After a long day at work, she loves to cuddle with her dog on the couch. This means she enjoys holding her dog close and relaxing together. 2. The baby fell asleep while cuddling in his mother's arms. This suggests that the baby was being held closely and comfortably by his mother. 3. They spent the rainy afternoon cuddling under a warm blanket, watching movies. This indicates they were snuggled up together under a blanket, enjoying each other's company during a rainy day. 4. Whenever she feels sad, she finds comfort in cuddling with a soft pillow. This implies that hugging or holding a pillow helps her feel better when she's down.
How can I pronounce Debutante?
It seems like you may be referring to a word that I'm not familiar with. If you're trying to pronounce a specific word, could you double check the spelling or provide more context? I'd be happy to help with the correct pronunciation once I have the right word.
Debutante. What is Entourage?
Debutante is pronounced détente and refers to a young woman making her formal entrance into society, often during a debutante ball, which is a traditional event in some cultures. Entourage is pronounced entourage and refers to a group of people who surround and support someone, usually a celebrity, important figure, or leader. This group often includes friends, assistants, and others who help or accompany the main person in their activities.
Give some example of entourage.
It seems like you're referring to entourage, which is pronounced entourage. Here are some examples of how you can use entourage in a sentence. 1. The famous actor arrived at the premiere with his entourage of assistants, bodyguards, and close friends. This means the actor was accompanied by a group of people who support and assist him. 2. The politician was always seen with an entourage of advisors and staff members, ensuring everything ran smoothly. This suggests that the politician was regularly surrounded by a team of people who helped with various tasks. 3. The pop star's entourage took care of all the details, from travel arrangements to wardrobe choices. This means the pop star had a group of people managing different aspects of her life and career. If you meant something different by entourage, feel free to clarify.
What is the meaning of consummate? Consummate.
It seems like you're referring to consummate, which has a couple of meanings depending on the context. 1. As an adjective, consummate means complete or perfect in every way. It's often used to describe someone who is highly skilled or accomplished in a particular area. For example, she is a consummate professional, meaning she is exceptionally skilled and experienced in her field. 2. As a verb, to consummate means to complete or finalize something, often used in the context of marriage. For example, they consummated their marriage, meaning they completed their marriage by engaging in sexual relations after the wedding. Let me know if you need examples or further clarification.
What is the meaning of out and out?
Out and out is an idiom that means complete, total, or absolute. It's often used to emphasize the extent or intensity of something, usually in a negative sense, but it can be neutral or positive depending on the context. Here are a few examples. 1. He's an out-and-out liar. This means he is a complete or absolute liar, with no doubt about it. 2. It was an out-and-out disaster. This emphasizes that the event was a total or complete disaster. 3. She's an out-and-out professional. This indicates that she is entirely or completely professional in her work. In all these cases, out and out is used to emphasize the degree to which something is true.
When something is pan out, what does it mean?
When something pans out, it means that it turns out well or as expected, or that it succeeds. The phrase is often used when discussing plans, efforts, or situations to see if they produce the desired outcome. For example, 1, we'll see how the project pans out. This means we'll see if the project succeeds or goes as planned. 2, her decision to switch careers really panned out for her. This means her career change turned out to be successful. Overall, pan out is a way to describe the results of a situation, particularly if it ends up being positive or as anticipated.
I know exactly how this film is going to pan out.
When you say, I know exactly how this film is going to pan out, it means you already have a strong idea or prediction of how the movie will unfold or end. In this context, you're confident about the outcome or direction the film will take, likely because it might be predictable or follows a familiar pattern.